What's up, guys? We're going to come at you today with a new video comparing these two chainsaws. We're going to do a comparison video. I got this one recently brand new. We're going to go over the specs of each one, the features of this one, some kind of new things that they changed on them, and then we're going to show you what all this came with in the box and the packaging, etc. And then like a couple maintenance tips and all that good stuff. So keep watching. Okay, first things first here, guys. What do we got? We have the Ms361, which is now the new version is the 362, and we have the Ms261C, but they forgot the M, but that's what it's called, the CM, because it's an M-tronic version. Alright, so we're going to start out with the 261 first. I got the 16-inch bar on here, the .325 chain, which is the smaller chain, that's what it came with. So it's a 50cc saw. It's about 4 horsepower. You can run a 16 or the whole way up to a 20-inch bar on this chainsaw. Like I said, it's a .325 chain on it. This is the M-tronic version, which I'll show you a little later. A little bit about that. The cool thing is on this, the side cover here is metal, and the adjusting nuts for your bar stay on the cover even when they're completely loose, which that saw does not have that feature. It has a lot better, easier access to everything. This whole top cover comes off. You have your air cleaner in there, your spark plug, your carburetor, all that good stuff. It's really easy in there. This one does have the Elastastart on it, which, is it easier to start than that? Well, yes, because it's a smaller chainsaw, but we have the Elastastart for this one. We just haven't put it on yet. So we're gonna come over to this one now, the 362. Check it out. It's an older version. I believe it's around maybe, I want to say like a 2007 model. I would say this one is a 60cc, 59 to be precise. This one has, let's move this one out of the way, a 25-inch bar on it. That is the maximum size bar that you can put on this one. This one has the 3/8 chain on it, a little bit bigger than the 261. This one is 4.9 horsepower on this chainsaw. Weighs 12.35 pounds, completely empty and no cutting attachment on it, which this one is about 10.3 pounds with no cutting attachment on it, no gas, no oil in it, dry weight. Okay, so that brings me to a power to weight ratio. This one comes in at 2.5 and this one is 2.7. So they're pretty close. So they both have a compression release on top to decompress, get rid of the compression like, dirt bikes have, etc. Well, they're pretty much all electric start now, so it doesn't really matter. As you can see, like I said earlier, this side cover is plastic, and these nuts will in fact come off if you loosen them the whole way. Now, I know these chains are really loose. It's just a habit we do. We keep them real loose if we store them. We're just, I guess it's supposed to be easier on the sprocket, so there's not a lot of tension on it. This one's a little bit harder to get to the air cleaner, I shouldn't say, but you take that nut off. Here's the air cleaner. There's the spark plug back in there, which is a little bit harder than that one, which I'll show you in a minute. This one, it's just a little bit different. I'm not sure. I think the new saws are all like this one, so it's a little bit easier. Now, this one has off and then on and then half and full choke, as you can see. This one literally only has on and then down here the whole way, which you have to pull the trigger, obviously, is the start, and then that one stop, on, start. That's all it has. This one has 4 positions on it, so that's goes to show the M-tronic's a little bit different there. This one you can get smaller cutting bars on, but this one just has the maximum length one on it. Okay, so back to this saw a little bit. Here's what all came with it. You obviously get the chain, the cutting bar. I got an 18-inch bar for it too, which I'm gonna have to run a .325 chain on that also, because that's what sprockets on this saw. So what comes with it is, here's from the box, the little label, and then here's from the bar. It tells you all about it, like it's a 16-inch bar, and here's all the models it fits on there. Sprocket, teeth, how many teeth are on your sprocket, how many links are in the chain, and then of course the size of the chain, the .325. Then you come over to the little box, that had your chain in it. This is a green chain, so it's a low kickback saw chain, you know, for, I guess that's what they just put on them from the factory. I don't really know. So then it says again, all your specifications, the .325, 67, which it says the same exact thing on the bar, 67 lengths, okay, you know, makes sense, and it's for a 16-inch bar, which it says down here, and all that other good stuff on there, like your file size that you need to sharpen it, 3/16, and it also tells you, sorry, I keep skipping and throwing this box down, your file angle that you want to sharpen the teeth is at 30 degrees. So you get your little tool here, and it's got a 17 millimeter on it on this end, and then a flat head, and then you get the Torx tool, little Torx on here, like right down, if you guys can see that, right down here on the side of your starter rope cover. And you get a baby little screwdriver. I don't know what that's really for. I guess to adjust your, if you guys didn't know this, be mindful here. On the bottom of them, there's the oil adjustment, so you can kind of see, let's see if you guys can see it. Back in there, there's a screw, if you can see that screw in there. I guess you could use this little baby screwdriver for that, to adjust your automatic oiler. If you turn it to E, that's automatic, and then I believe clockwise is more and counterclockwise is less. So I guess when you do that, obviously, you know, if you're new to chainsaws, you want to run it and see if it's flinging oil. That's pretty much self-explanatory, I guess, there. So, now that we went over that, a couple little other things that I recommend that you get is maybe you don't have to buy Stihl brand, mind you. The bigger tool. The one that it comes with, you know, it's fine, it works great, but my hands are, I can't really fit my hand around that too great. This one has great leverage on it to turn it, and then it's a little bit longer. Whatever, up to you. And it comes with a scabbard standard on your bar, and then I got extra files right here. It tells you .325. Sorry, I couldn't find the number there. I was looking for it. So you get 3 of them. These are about 10 bucks. And then a file set. They have a couple different ones. This one was around 40 bucks. So you got like a regular file, regular handled file, which you can put in the holder, a flat file. I'm not super sure what this is. I think it tells you the degrees somehow. Sorry guys. Okay, this thing from the set that I wasn't super sure what it is, it's a gauge, so it'll tell you, you lay it on here, and it'll tell you, if you look at your chain, which you probably can't see this the greatest, you line it up with your teeth, and it will tell you the correct angle, right there, see that? It'll tell you the angle that you need to file it at, or if you did file it correctly, the correct angle. So you just put it on there, and it's kind of like a guide, so that's pretty neat. Flat file, and then of course your file holder, which you can get these files and put in here. But I just put one in like this, and then literally it's pretty easy from there. You look at this guide, hold it on the chain like this, and then see, you just want to see those marks where it says 30 degrees. It's kind of hard to do this. 30 degrees right there. So you kind of want to just line this up with your bar, your cutting attachment, and that's the way you're going to want to file it, right? Like that. Just keep that lined up straight, you know, as straight as you can, whatever. Because mind you, it did say you want to sharpen it at 30 degrees, but that's where they cut it from the factory, 30 degrees, at a 30 degree bevel or whatever. So you can also get one of these to go with you in the field. I know they also have different holders, the big giant EZ ones. They're like the colors of the chainsaw here, the white and orange. They're real big. They're kind of bulky. They're like 50 bucks by themselves, but you could get those too. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, by the way. Just trying to include a bunch of stuff on here, but back to this, you can just get a quick, easy file handle. This is also a Stihl. Once again, you don't have to get all Stihl stuff. Let's see if we can just simply, you can put any file in it, any size. See, because I have the bigger files here for the other chainsaw that takes the other chain. So this kind of has a little guide, sorry, it's kind of dirty, Kind of has a guide on it too. See, it has a 30 degree right there, and then a 25. This one is a 30 degree, so you kind of do the same thing. You kind of want to hold it right like that. See how it's lined up with your chain and your bar? Kind of like that. You want to run it like that. Okay, so we pretty much went over all that stuff. So we'll get into the maintenance here a little bit, some of the stuff out of the way. So we'll get the tool here and I'll kind of show you. There's 3 of these to take the cover off. 1, 2, and then 3 right there. Okay, so literally you want to turn them counterclockwise, like 1/4 turn. It'll pop. See, it's a loud pop. It's like almost like you're breaking it, but you're not. See? And one more back here. See, you get a lot. I mean, that is a little bit difficult, but like if you get the bigger tool, it has more leverage and more to hold on to up here. So literally this whole top comes right off. It is awesome. Awesome. Air cleaner right here. These are actually washable. You can wash these out. It says so right in the owner's manual. But obviously let it dry. If you're like familiar with using like a K&N or whatever, it's the same procedure. You can use soapy water, let it dry, blow it out, whatever. So I didn't show you how that goes on. Pretty much just twist it clockwise. You heard it click. Take it off, counterclockwise, couple turns, bam, right off. It's like awesome. So your spark plug, you have complete access to that. You have complete access to like the whole cylinder head, all the fins. Whereas on the other saw, you do not when you take the cover off. You gotta tear a little bit more apart on that, which I like how they did these. So as you can see, there's all kinds of electronic plugs and stuff. So what this does is it's the M-tronic, and it adjusts your air and fuel mixture on the go for optimum performance out of this chainsaw. It starts up great. I haven't had any issues with it. It's like awesome. It's like almost fuel injected, but not. But there's like a whole recalibration system to that too. Sorry, the camera's a little bit shaky, but I don't really know how often you got to recalibrate it and all that stuff, but I'm sure we'll learn here. So we'll go ahead and put this back on, which that's awesome that they give you a factory cleanable filter from the factory. That's so awesome. There's a little unlock and lock with the arrows. So I guess it's even easier to kind of explain. And just kind of do this in reverse. Put it back on. It's a little bit finicky. Kind of get it under the saw brake there. Get it back on there, okay. And then literally you want to turn them clockwise this time and just quarter turn. And they pop too. Just makes a pop. Make sure they're pushed down in there. Quarter turn. And quarter turn. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much basic, simple maintenance. I mean, you want to turn it on its side here when you're putting the bar and chain oil. These are pretty simple. I don't know if you're a Stihl guy, you flip these up counterclockwise, pull them off. My cord seems to be stuck on something in there. Imagine that. And just like that. Same thing, clockwise, locked, completely locked. If you got any questions, comments, I'm not a chainsaw professional. I'm kind of new into this. So tell me what you think, if you like the video or not, if you want to see more. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to go into warranty information real quick too. So Stihl's kind of weird about it. Okay, so warranty. So I read online that these come with a 2-year warranty from the factory, which I haven't read a whole lot about that. So if when you buy the brand new unit or saw, weed eater, whatever, then you have to buy at least a gallon of the pre-mixed gas, which I have it. It's right over, it's right here. This is it. I got 4 quarts of this. It's 50 to 1. It's a little bit pricey. You can get it anywhere from like $36 to $46 for a gallon of it in the little quarts, which is convenient. It's already mixed. Minimum octane is 93, which I believe Stihl recommends at least an 89 octane gas in this, and they recommend you buy their mix oil if you're going to do it that way, which to get the warranty also, you can get, I believe it's like a 12 pack of their mix oil that you're gonna mix into regular gas, which, I mean, I guess this is expensive, but why not just, it's so much easier. I already run this in my weed eater anyways, and it's old, and I've had no issues with it at all. So I mean, it saves you guessing and pouring and mixing and whatever, and you can scrap these, whatever. So another thing is the bar and chain oil real quick. I just run the best stuff. There is the cheaper stuff. I mean, why not run the best? Because chains and bars are not cheap, and this oil is like, I mean, a quart's probably like $9. You can get the other stuff that's $1 or less, but like what's $1 a quart, you know? So, you know, everything's expensive anymore. Back to the warranty. So straight out of the owner's manual, you can see there is a limited warranty, which I said about like 2 years. So is the warranty then 4 years long if you buy the gas with it? It's kind of splotchy. Like Stihl like isn't really, I know they do say if you use it for rental or commercial uses, it is only 3 months for the warranty. So like, of course it says the warranty period will begin on the date, you know, I mean, that's self-explanatory, but then it says it goes into about 1997 and later year model. Small off-road equipment engines are warranted for 2 years if any emissions-related part on your engine is defective. The part will be replaced by Stihl Incorporated free of charge. So that's interesting that it says that. So we're going to jump over here and see, I pulled the page. Any manufacturer approved or equivalent replacement part must be used for any warranty maintenance or repairs on emission-related parts and must be provided without charge to the owner. So it says here the following list specifically defines the emission-related warranty parts: air filter, carburetor, fuel pump, choke, cold start, whatever, control linkages, intake manifold, magneto, flywheel, spark plug, injection valve, all this baloney. Cylinder, that's a big one. Muffler. I think maybe only the fuel injected ones have a catalytic converter. Fuel tank, fuel cap, that's like almost everything. Like, that's nuts. If this is all just emission stuff, that's like almost the whole chainsaw for 2 years. So is my warranty 4 years long? Like, I don't understand. And then a couple other things that I read also said that your warranty was only like 6 months long or a month or a year or something. Like, they're not really clear. So I'm just gonna go with the 2 year thing on that. I'm not really sure, but that's neat that it says that. So make sure you read your owner's manual, guys. I did learn a lot of stuff from this, like, you know, different, how it has like the different sprocket teeth count on them and all that, and it gives you all pretty much like the maintenance and care stuff, like, you know, everything has lawnmower. Kind of shows you how to sharpen the teeth and stuff, and maybe that's what that thing is, a gauge file. That thing, I didn't know what it was. Maybe it gauges the teeth. That makes sense. I don't know a whole lot about chainsaws. I'm just doing a YouTube video, you know. So it tells you like the different chains and stuff. There's a lot of cool, neat stuff in here. Spark plug replacement. There's about your sprocket, all that stuff, you know. But I think that's gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys liked it. I know we try and do like a variety of things because we think it's fun and this is what we're into. But let us know what you think about the video, and if you want to see more like it, you want to see us cutting with this or the other one or whatever, or like do a head-to-head, test them, or whatever you think we should do, just make sure you leave a comment down in the bottom below the video. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you again.